Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, huge massive thank you for the support. So today I'm going to have a last little play with this free kit from magazine 70 issue 79. This is the Woodland Story Wonderful Wintertime, and this is the sheet or the little set that's Heartfelt, Hugs and Mistletoe Kisses. So we've got the 4 toppers on there. You've got these lovely tags. There's only one sentiment on this one apart from the tag on there. We've got this lovely foiled heart detail on here with the knitted pattern that has gone, I've used on quite a lot of cards because there was the spare papers as well. And then you've got this cute one with the little mice kissing under the mistletoe. Again, that knitted effect is coming in. Okay, so let's just pop. Let me see, which one do I want to use? Can't pick it up. I think we'll use that one with the mistletoe on. Okay, so I'm going to start by bringing in my scoreboard, and I've got a piece of 6x12 300 GSM white card. And I'm going to start by scoring at 2 and 4, and then just because I've got the smaller board, I'm going to rotate that around and score at 4 again. So if you haven't got the smaller board, you want to score at 2, 4 and 8 if you want to make this style of card, which is just really like a simple sort of step card. So let's go ahead and burnish these down. Let's use that one as a little better. And this one is going to go up. Again, a good burnish down. Burnish down again. Now, if you kept everything within the confines of this, you could do it. It would go in a 6x4 envelope. But I am planning on going a little higher today, so it will still need to go in 6x6. So let's bring in the trimmer. Let's get rid of that rubbish. Sorry, I have been playing a bit with some other kits today. So the first step, which is the smallest one, is 2x6. So because I like that white border, I'm just taking 2 notches off the 2 and 2 notches off the 6. And that should fit quite nicely onto our first little step there. And the second one is 4x6. So again, oh, my nails are not working today at all. I'm going to take 2 notches off the 4 and 2 notches off the 6. Okay, and that one should fit quite nicely onto the back there. So I'm going to start by cutting this piece down at 5 3/4, which is the length that I need. And then I'm going to start, I think, let's see, what is 1 3/4 there. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 3/4 on this bottom border there. So we have got that green coming in, and it should fit quite nicely onto there, and it does. And then I'm going to rotate it around to get that mistletoe, and I'm going to cut this piece at 3 3/4. So I have got a nice chunk of card left over. This piece should fit quite nicely onto here, and it does. Okay, so that's all we need to start with. So I think, do I want to put some ribbon on? Let me just bring in some of this pale green ribbon. I think I am going to put ribbon on the top and the bottom. So let's just cut 2 pieces. You can see I've just wound this one around a piece of card that I had, because this one came loose, and we will do those in a second. So the glues that I'm going to be using today are the glues I always use. So in this one I've got the Cloud Tacky Glue. No, I haven't. I've got the Cloud All Purpose Glue, which is the clear one, and the Tacky is the white one. What I generally tend to do is use both of these glues. So I'll pop the All Purpose all along there, and a little bit of Tacky in those corners. And then I can pop it on, just make sure that's nice and straight. It does give me a nice amount of time to get that where I want it to be. And if any glue comes out, it is likely to be the Tacky rather than the all-purpose, which is great. So I'm going to do the same again here. All-purpose glue all over. Add some Tacky glue there in those corners, and then again popping that on. Give it a good press down just to make sure that glue makes contact with all of it, and then just give that little squidge up and down if you are not happy with it. Okay, so to fix my ribbon on, I like to use this all-purpose, this red liner tape, which is the strongest tape I know. I'm just going to pop a little bit behind those pieces, just make sure I haven't moved that. I'm going to do the same again on this bottom piece. Now you don't have to put any ribbon on. I just thought it'd be a nice little feature with it having that knitted pattern on there. You know, sort of anything that you've got, any embellishments that you've got that are sort of fabric orientated would look fine on this. You know, buttons, that sort of thing would look great, I think, anyway. So I'm just going to take the backs off and hope they stick to the side of my glass, and they do. Just going to lean that up. And I've just got this pale sort of green. It's somewhere between the blue and the green, which is quite nice. It fits in really nicely with my colours there. I'm just going to cover up that border. If you don't want to cover up the border, you could go a little lower. Or, as I said before, you can leave it off altogether. And just a little bit of Tacky glue underneath. Just going to glue that ribbon down, make sure it stays down, and it also stops it fraying. So while I'm there, I'll just put my glue on the corners and put my all-purpose over. Okay, so let's just move this lot over. Straighten that out a second. And I'm just making sure that I've got the blue at the bottom. So I'm keeping that pattern that we cut up. So we've got the blue at the bottom, and then we've got the green at the top. Now, it depends on how much you know about stitching, but or knitting, but the knit does tend to go one way. So I would only suggest turning that around if you're sending it to someone who doesn't know anything about knitting. Because somebody who knows something about knitting may just pick up on the fact that that's upside down. 9 times out of 10 they'll probably just be so impressed that you've made them a card and love it anyway, but there's just the off chance, isn't there, that there's always going to be that one person that goes, oh, is that knitting upside down? My mum would have noticed. Usually other crafters notice. Sort of, don't like to call non-crafters muggles, but you know, sort of we need a word for non-crafters that's kind of like muggles but not, you know what I mean. But a non-crafter probably would not notice it. My glues are falling down today, so again just gluing this all along. Did I put any PVA on that bit? Just looks a bit. It's on the top as and make sure that stays in place. And then obviously I'm missing that one out, making sure I've got it around the right way after I just told you all that, and popping that on. And then our card is looking like that at the moment. Okay, so let's bring on the toppers. Now really you could use any one of these two big ones, because this one here is 6 inches, so you could get it from top to bottom and have that going up above. But I'm actually going to use the one with the same sort of mistletoe frame and everything on. So I say that I am going to use it if I can get it out. Hands are not working today. Okay, so let's pop that out. And I'm going to steal the sentiment as well, the little winter wishes with the knitting on. So it's Henry having a good old sneeze out there. Just because that's decided, probably because I've straightened it out. Just going to give that a good little burnish down again. Yeah, that's better now. So I'm going to do what I usually do and just use the outer and the topper. I will save this lovely thin frame for another day. I say that I've got quite a collection now. And hello Henry. Oh, what's the matter? Were you wondering who I was talking to? I was talking to my friends. Yes. Sorry, Henry's just come in for a bit of a love. Okay, so let's pop this down. So I know I don't want to go above that 6-inch line really, because then I'm going to have to look at a different size of topper. And that's coming up quite nicely there. So I think what I'll do is I will pop it up. Now if I pop this to the side, we'll put it on 6 for the moment. And then what I'm going to do is just, I've got some pads already cut down, so I'll put these on there, and then I know I can just go along the bottom. Now I have got some little bits and pieces I found that were all cut up already. Hoping that's not going to be, that looks manky. I think that one's been on the floor. But let's just cut these in half. Let's cut that in half. I think we might be near enough there then. Obviously if you've got the Hunkydory strips, it's going to be a lot quicker for you to do this. I'm using these Fix-It ones that I have, which I am happy with, to be honest. Apart from having to cut them down, that's a bit of a pain in the bum, I'm not going to lie. But for the amount that I'm doing at the moment, the amount of card making that I'm doing, it is working out really good for me. Okay, so let's just see, I've got a couple of little pips there, so let's just trim that. There. And okay, so I'm going to pop that into place, and then we can take these backs off. I will put some tacky glue on the back. Oh, bear with me 2 seconds, I think Henry just wants to go out. Okay, apologies. So I just had to let him go out for a wee. He's just come in with his ball, so I might have to go again. But what I've done is just taken the backs off the pads. So I'm just putting some tacky glue on the back, And then what I need to do, and there's no right or wrong way because you've got the mistletoe in both corners. Now what I want to do is just pop that on round about straight in the middle. I'm hoping I'm not pressing it down hard, I just want to hold that up and see if that is straight. Sorry, my head's just going to come in just a little bit. I think it looks quite straight to me. So I'm just going to press that down. And the other thing I did was just put some 2mm pads. So they're 1mm on there, 2mm on here. And just going to pop this into the middle. Sorry, I'm just laughing because he's trying to get his ball down the back of my footstool again. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is just get this card finished before he starts barking at me. Right, so we've got those bits on there, and then what I'm going to do is bring this in on this corner here. So I think I'll go with 2mm on here as well. Can I get 2 of these on here? I think I can, yes. A little bit of tacky glue. Just make sure that's the right way up. Pop that down to the side. If I bring that ribbon back in and the oat maker, shush. Shush. Wait a minute, let me finish this card and then I'll play with you. Oh, the stress. Okay, so I'm just tying that up. This is what he does. Hey, all these people will be telling you off. They will. They'll be telling me that they've made their dogs bark. So I'm just going to use a little bit of tacky glue on the top. Get my little clamp ready. Okay. Shush, he's a good boy. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab some gems. I might go with these green ones. Patience is a virtue, but he doesn't have any of them. Any patience at all. Right, so I'm just going to pop 1 and 2 little ones. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually let's move that one over a little bit. Shush now, shush. Hey. Oh, sorry about this. Oh, such a pain. Okay, so that is going to be my finished card. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and pop a bow on that top ribbon if you wanted to. But what I'm going to do is just go and play with Henry for a minute, calm him down. This will set, and then we can get set up for card number 2. Bear with me. Okay, so just until I didn't get much of a chance to show you, so that's the completed card. Sorry about him barking. Sometimes he doesn't do it very often where he really wants attention, but yeah, sometimes he does. Right, so second card, I'm just going to go, just because I'm not sure if he's going to come in again, I'm just going to go with a quick little stepper card. So I'm popping my card into the 1 inch mark on this side, and I'm cutting from 1 to 7, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side, put that over to the 1 inch mark, just make sure that's nice and straight. And then I'm cutting reverse way down, 7 to 1. That's the golden measurements for those cuts. And then if I bring my little board in, and grab my embossing tool, not my embossing tool, my little tool which has now mysteriously disappeared. Bear with me 2 seconds. There it is. Just got buried under some things. Right, so I'm going to score at 1, 2 and 7, and that's just up to the cut line. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. 1, 2 and 7. And I used the ruler today to do this middle one, but just across the middle of those cut lines at the 6-inch mark, so in normal sort of card fold mark. And we're just going to score across the middle there. Seems to be quite nice. So let's pop those back so I can find them next time. And then I'm just going to come in, just give these folds a little bit of a help. And then just gradually start creasing them in. So just making sure that that cardstock is straight to the edge. I haven't done it all the way down yet. Do the same on that side. And I should be able to get this one down. So nice and flat. And then it's just a question of getting these two. So now we've done the others, it should pretty much go into shape quite nicely. Just giving them a really nice burnish down. And then at the end what you've got is a lovely easel card that's going to stand really nicely. So let's do some layers. So I'm going to take a 6x6 mirror map, and the first cut I'm going to do is for here, which is 1x6, but I'm just going to take 2 notches off that and 2 notches off the end, so it's just under the 6. And that will go across there, and then these 2 pieces are 1x5. So again, I'm going to take 2 notches off there. So we've done 1, and I've done 2, and then these need to be 2 notches under the 5. Oh, these back. 2 notches under the 5, and then this middle bit is 4x5, so 2 notches under the 4 and 2 notches under the 5, and that's going to be our piece for there. Now I'm going to be using these guys here. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is take the long piece from there, which I'm going to take from this knitting. So that needs to be 3/4 of an inch. And it needs to be 2 notches off the, no, 4 notches off the 6. That one. It's got to be this one. Just checking it's straight, because I don't know if it looks like it's a little bit on the wonk. No, it's fine, it's just my eye. And then I want 2 pieces that are going to be 3/4 of an inch, which I will cut down to just under the 5, so 3/4 of an inch. And for these I want to keep the mistletoe part of it, so I'm going to take that to 4 3/4. And again 4 3/4. And then for these guys we need them to be 3 3/4. So I'm going to take, let's take 1/2 inch off him, and then see where we are. Yeah, that's going to be okay. We'll be in the middle-ish. And so that's 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. So they are going to be sitting in the middle. Just checking that's going to fit on there quite nicely. Yeah, that's going to be fine. So let's pop that out of the way. Just slightly concerned that he's underneath me, but let's get cracking. Hopefully we'll get this finished before he starts playing up again. Obviously he's in a needy day. He's having a needy day. So let's start with... No, not with you. What have you done? Oh, bear with me 2 seconds. Apologies, I'll just shut him out for a minute. Hopefully you'll get the idea. So just a little bit of tacky glue. And popping that on. And then this is going to go straight on to there. He's back. He's got past the shut door, little devil. Alright, let's see if we can get this finished. So what I'm going to do is just mat and layer these on, just using my normal glues. And making sure this is going on nicely. What I'm also going to do, I'm not sure whether I told you earlier or not, I'm not going to be making videos for the rest of the week, possibly into some of next week. Just got a couple of things that I need to do, so I just need to have a little break from it so I can get some other bits done. And then hopefully once I've got those bits done, I should be okay right up to Christmas to carry on with things. Okay, so just carrying on with these. Yeah, so like I was saying, I've just got some other things I need to do. And I don't think I'm going to have time to do videos as well. I will try if I can, but I suspect there is not going to be enough time in the day to do both. But I will be back, so don't worry, but it just might be a week and a half, maybe even 2 at the most. And then I should be good right up to Christmas then, with nothing else. Unless, touch wood, any other unexpected things turn up. But praying or not. And this little stepper card, just going back to the card making, is perfect for these little images you get on cards. You know, like these, you usually get an image on at least one of the one of the sheets that you get with the set. I think they look so nice as these stepper cards, although not when you do in a mat and layering like that. There we go, and that one's gone as well. And the tacky glue is supposed to stop that happening, but sometimes it just still shifts a little bit. But once we've got that in place, should be okay. Right, so let's get this one onto there. I might put a little bit of ribbon on again, because there's not much decoration going on this besides this cardstock, because I think to my eye it looks like it's nice enough with just the actual cardstock. The only problem I've got at the minute now is that it's my problem that I've got now. Oh, is because there is only really one, sorry, my ribbon is rustling. There's really only one sentiment on this set, which is, I'm going to have to grab out my little book of sentiments, I think. So I'm just getting some red liner tape to stick the ribbon down, just exactly the same as I did the first one. I'm going to put it near the top. And just hopefully that red liner is going to leave me. There we go. Pop you on there. And bring that round. Could be just a little bit tighter. Let's just do that again. There we go. Get rid of those little bits. Some tacky glue into there. And then this can come over onto our card. I do know sometimes it's just not your day and the camera just stops. So I'm hoping you've not missed all of that, but all I did was pop a little bit of ribbon on there and then just pop that on. So just brought out the little book of sentiments. I'm just going to try and find something that's going to fit in quite nicely. Festive wishes and snowflake kisses. Maybe that would be nice because she's giving him a little kiss. Let me just check some of the others. To you and your family, most wonderful time of year. Christmas wishes. Dreaming of a Merry Christmas. Dreaming of a white Christmas, even. Thinking of you at Christmas. It was the night before Christmas. And we've got for a special couple at Christmas. Merry Christmas from across the miles. Christmas wishes. Let it snow, believe in magic, merry and bright, to the one I love. Could equally go with any of those. I think I'm just going to leave it with that one. I think festive wishes and snowflake kisses. And this is going to be the only thing that is popped up. So I'm just going to use a little 1mm pad. Just try and get my nail underneath it. There we go. There we are. And then we're going to pop that there. And then I want some, let's go with blue. Let's keep with the blue. I'm going to go with 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. We'll have that nice big chunky one. Come on. And then that one there, that one there. I'm going to bring back in that little bow maker and I'm going to crinkle again and grab some ribbon. And it'd be nice to have a bit of a tidy up in here as well if I get time. But when I come back, I'm going to be doing, I think, the humour collection. I just ordered that yesterday or today. I think it was yesterday, well, last night. And so when I come back, I will have a little play with that. See what we can do. Okay, so this is going to come up on this top corner. Move those that way. Bring these little legs in. Pop that where I want it to be. And then pop that one so you can see how that's come together. The other thing I just want to do as well, if I can find it, there it is just use my sparkle overlay pen. I'm just going to paint over these mistletoe leaves. If you wanted to, you could go over the berries with pearls, like a white pearl, just to bring it into 3D life. This is just going to give you a little bit of sparkle out of the corner of your eye. There we go. That is that finished. Okay, so that's the end of the videos. Let me bring both the cards in. So really two stepper cards today. So we've got that simple stepper with just the 2 steps, which could be really described as a 10-fold 6x4 with a front step. And then we've got this other little stepper card. Let me just take that off so you can just, that will stick down when I clamp it, but just so you can see what that one is going to look like. I think you get the idea of it. Let me get that back on there while that glue is wet. What I'll do is I will take nice photos of these so you will see them at the front of the video. You'll also see them on Pinterest and Facebook. But that's it for me for a couple of days. But until next time, happy crafting. Bye.